My mission is to build many multimillionaire success stories in the next 12 months.
Hi, this is JT Fox, world's #1 wealth and business coach and serial entrepreneur of companies all over the world. If you are not looking about how to learn and implement AI in your business, you're missing out. I know it's confusing, there's so many different AIs, but there's someone who's cracked the code, and I know her very well because I spent a lot of time with her, and her name is Athena.
It's really inspiring. So even the results, if we look at that, she became the top Skool Games winner, right? She generated like $300,000 in revenue in a month. So that was really inspiring to see. So
eventually I did join the community. I took a course they had called the AI Marketing Accelerator course.
From there, I was able to 57x my business by February, and that's like maybe 6 weeks later.
So we immediately jumped into Lead Hacker. We had to adopt the systems, the learning, the platforms from Athena and her team. Our metrics now are 35 new clients a month with an annual profit of 1.5 million to 2 million.
So since I joined the program, including the first client, and up until my most recent win that happened about a week ago, in the last 4 months, I have secured over $85,000.
Having the AIpreneurs Business Lab, I feel like I have, more than one marketing VA that's doing the work for me. And if anything, I feel like it's more efficient. For my side of the business, right, I've raised more than $10 million of capital. And my next goal is to raise $100 million of capital.
So since joining, I was able to launch my Skool community where I was able to generate $100,000 in about a month and a half. And that's coming from someone who had never sold before. So it was pretty crazy, and it honestly blew my expectations out of the water.
We made more money in the first quarter of 2025 directly as a result of utilizing Athena's strategy than we did all of 2024. And very specifically, we generated just in the first quarter over $127,000.
With the help of the whole mastermind, we created offer, and then we did on SMS and email to our active and inactive patients. And then we made 31,000 in only 5 days with these costs. So it was like a huge campaign for us.
So I did my first webinar launch, and that's using Athena's Go High Level funnel, and I used the AI lab. Athena gave me some strategies to upsell for implementation at the end of that workshop. So just from the webinar and that, I've made close to $20,000.
The universe brought me Athena. I came across her, and her precision formula system is just the simplest and most easy system I've ever seen.
And I sold my first $20,000 funnel, and it's just completely changed the way I do things.
I went into the lab and I was able to construct an irresistible offer, as they say. And it's so easy in the lab, you have the language models there. So amazingly, did all the work for me. Within 10 days of launching that, we were able to get $56,000.
If you like what Athena's saying, I really think she's got to be one of the best in the world. I think a lot of the teachers and learners are at preschool still, but Athena's beyond university. She's got her PhD in what she's done with her skill set.
Just come into the community, soak up the knowledge, soak up the experience, soak up the results that other people are getting, and just basically immerse yourself if you want to be in this industry in the long term. There's no substitute for it at all.
And it's kind of interesting how Athena are pushing me out of my comfort zone, because I would never thought I could do this. So I need to get around people like this in order to be able to grow And I think that's the biggest thing. It's more about growing to be the best person I can be, and getting around people like you is going to help me in that growth. So,
okay, it's a community. Let me hop in there. Let me see what it's about. And that's when I found the AIpreneurs. And I was like, okay, this is good. I like it. I knew when I jumped into another mentorship or program, I was just going to go all in.
I had just joined a different AI agency course, and it was super technical. It was like getting really in the weeds, and where you could spend weeks and weeks and weeks on one item when there's so many items that are already built. And AIpreneurs was an amazing alternative because it's an easy way to go hands-on. Every course is a really easy tutorial. It focuses on action, and there are proprietary tools in the program as well, but they also show you how to use the tools that are already made.
I'm almost blown away the price I got this for, and it's not like 4 times what they're charging. I mean, what they teach us is unbelievable in this group. I absolutely love this group. I'm learning so much. I mean, I'm already selling bots. I've only been in this group about a month, and I'm already selling bots. People think I'm a genius, right? And I'm not. I'm just following Atina's prompts and doing something. So
I have a lot of clarity. I have a roadmap. I have tons of to-dos. I know who to hire next, how to delegate. So I feel super clear, motivated. I'm hungrier than before, and I can't wait to implement more. So
I'm looking at the calendar now, and there's a call every evening of the week, whether that's on improving Facebook ads with a Facebook ads expert, whether it's on Go High Level training, direct Q&A with Atina every week. So you get to ask your questions there to somebody who's won the 2 Comma Club with Russell Brunson, won the Skool games. So amazing to be able to utilize that experience when I'm growing my business. Heartfelt thanks from me that I'm here and that I've found this community and Atina and these people.
So before the program, I was an exhausted, overworked solopreneur who was trying to figure out how to keep the lights on in my agency. We were stagnant in growth and very, very short on leads. And we lost a huge account, which basically depleted most of our inbound revenue. So we were desperate for answers. After the program, the change was almost instantaneous. Now, I don't want to say that it's magic and that it doesn't require work, because we had to adopt the systems, the learning, the platforms from Atina and her team. And our account manager, Tatiana, made all the difference for us because she was encouraging from day one. So we immediately jumped into Lead Hacker. We immediately jumped into the AI platform to allow us to change the direction of our social media. Within the first 4 weeks, we got 550 leads by creating a sales funnel from Lead Hacker, and we are actively working those leads. We met with Atina. It was so worth it to have the extra investment of having her create a map for us, and we are following her steps, and we truly believe that our goals are now attainable. Instead of just keeping the lights on and having a minimum goal of 5 new clients a month, our new goal is 35 new clients a month and a 12-month goal of $2 million in profit, not revenue, but profit. If you do what you've always done, you're going to get the same results. As an entrepreneur and as a business owner, you have to be willing to take risks even when they're scary. So my hesitation of joining the program was the financial investment and how I was going to pay for it. But within a month, that financial investment has not only paid for itself, but it also has equipped me and my team to come to this beautiful mastermind in Fiji and allow us to learn and be surrounded by those who have positive energy and believe in our mission and our goals. So if you're on the fence, I would just tell you to take a deep breath, trust the process, and do it. So out of the 550 leads that we didn't even know that we would have had, thanks to putting the pixel on the back end of our sales page, which we wouldn't have created without the AIpreneur platform, we were able to book 55 new appointments in a matter of 2 weeks. So our metrics before were just between 3 and 5 new clients a month and keeping the lights on. Our metrics now are 35 new clients a month with an annual profit of 1.5 million to 2 million. The best moment since is being here at the mastermind. The best moment since is meeting with Atina and finding out that our goals are not crazy, but that they are absolutely measurable and attainable. And the best moment is knowing that we are now on the right path. We have the tools, the capacity, and the knowledge to meet those goals.
So before joining AIpreneurs, there's a lot that I knew, but there's also a lot that I didn't know. So I've made a lot of money, but I've never made money in sales, which I know sounds strange, but it's because I'm a YouTuber. So I didn't know anything about sales. I didn't know anything about a warm audience, a cold audience, a hot audience. leads, funnels, landing pages, about pages, moderators, VAs. I didn't know all this stuff. I've never been running my business like a traditional business. So Atena has really fast-tracked all that for me, taught me about all that stuff, thrown me in the deep end, and she really holds me accountable, and that's why I've been able to move at such a fast pace. So before joining AIpreneurs, I felt like we had hit like a glass ceiling in our business. I felt like we had gone really far on our own, but it was time, like if I wanted to get through and break through that glass ceiling and go to the next level, I needed someone else, someone who'd already walked so I can run, and that was Atena. My main concern and doubts was like most people, and it's usually just the finance, it's the money side of things. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm really gonna invest all that. But then you really think about it and you're like, why wouldn't I invest all that money into myself, essentially, into my business, invest the money to make more money? And I just thought, to be honest, for me, it was a no-brainer at the end, because I was like, what is my future self screaming at me to do? And it's always the harder, more uncomfortable option. So I was kind of in my comfort zone, but I was like, this feels uncomfortable, it's out of my comfort zone, it must be the right one, and that's why I went with it. I had seen Atena's success in business, I had seen her network, I had seen the people around her, her team, her environment, her culture, and I wanted a piece of that. I saw that, I was like, I want that. And that was another thing that really drew me in. So since joining, I was able to launch my Skool community, where I was able to generate $100,000 in about a month and a half, and that's coming from someone who had never sold before. So it was pretty crazy, and it honestly blew my expectations out of the water. So honestly, I think the best moment for me is actually being here in Fiji. We're actually recording this video in Fiji, at the Fiji Mastermind. Atena got me on stage to talk. I'd never spoken about any of this stuff before, and that was an absolute highlight. And it was something that I didn't see myself doing this quickly in my career. I guess now the skill set that I have is the most valuable thing, because if I wanted to launch a new Skool community, or if I wanted to launch a new offer, or write a new VSL, or run new paid ads, I already know what to do now because of what she has taught me. So I'm able to run at a much faster pace. So honestly, I'd say if you're sitting on the fence and you're really not sure yet, it's really just a matter of, does it feel uncomfortable? It most likely does. That doesn't mean it's not the right decision. You have to go with your gut. You have to do what's right for you and your business. And if you have a knowledge gap, if there's things that you don't know, but someone else already does, or there's things that Atena can do for you, that she can provide for you, that you're currently not doing well on your own, then it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, so this was back in 2025. I clearly knew AI will make a massive impact on the world, and specifically in businesses, and not okay to be in that space, okay, in my opinion, would be crazy. And so I'd heard about Atena, and she had this marketing coaching, business, and I remember hopping on a webinar, and I was frankly very, very, very moved by her authenticity. I have been around the block. I've seen and actually personally worked there with some of the greats. I mean, I'm familiar, with the Dan Kennedys, the Frank Kerns and what have you, Russell Brunson. But there was something very special about Atena that really attracted me. One, okay, her authenticity, her background, her story, how much she cared. I could tell she had passion and a vision and a mission of impacting people. And so also she had two skill sets that I find unique. Brilliant marketer, but also an AI, wizard. That blend of talents and skill set, her authenticity, clearly seeing that she was a great coach, we're like, okay, I gotta join this. Well, I will say, as far as the mastermind, I was actually, she invited us to the event, the live event in Vegas. This was at the beginning of the year. By the way, it just so happened that I escaped the fires, and so I was still a little bit rattled by, all of that. But then 2 weeks later, joining and being part of that 2-day mastermind in Vegas was a shift. So I got to really understand how she really puts together and construct a marketing campaign. I got to understand how she constructed and put together her offers and what have you. I think personally, the thing that really made the biggest impact was just how mentally resilient she is. How, her first offer didn't work. She tried a second. then the third, and the fourth, and then crack the code. So all of that made me go, I got to implement this. And so I went back, and I got to implement, and I will say, I'm really thrilled to share this. We made more money in the first quarter of 2025 directly as a result of utilizing Athena's strategy than we did all of 2024. And very specifically, we generated just in the first quarter over $127,000. It's all about faith and trust. But sometimes it's very important, to trust and have faith, in the right, vessel or coach. Athena, as far as I can share, based on the background and so forth, she's the right coach. She cares very much about your success. She's gonna hold your hand, make you accountable and so forth, but also bring with her decade plus, of marketing experience and sales expertise, business operations and what have you. And you combine with AI automation, just do it. Yeah, well, the objective literally, is to double, that's a very conservative, basically double our gross revenue in 2026. We also are seeking to really build the brand. With the help of James, is to also really explode, our YouTube, presence and subscribers and what have you. So grow organically. We want to build out a number of subscribers. We want to grow, our email list, which I'm very confident we can at least 5x, and just continue to tweak, our system so we can scale, our business and so forth and hit the goals that we're looking for. By 2026, I want to be in whatever, mastermind around the world, that she puts together, because her system and her processes work, first of all. As far as the business, I'm very, very confident that it will really help fuel, my lifestyle ambitions, which is fly more often around the world and travel and so come to amazing locations such as this, in Fiji and what have you, and hobnob, network with amazing other people. Obviously, as I indicated, double the business and so forth, and eventually the goal within 4 or 5 years is to sell the business, So I have an exit strategy, and Athena is the right person, the coach, to get me to the promised land.
So many of my clients kind of use her that I always tell people, you are crazy if you're not. But again, those who are crazy enough to change the world and figure things out, right, are the ones you usually do. That's why you owe it yourself to have a conversation with Athena. I 100% endorse her.
Because of that, I've created a community that I call AIpreneurs. It's the fastest growing AI community in the world.